Welcome to the Bravura Security demo series featuring Bravura Safe. In this demonstration, we'll show you how to set up emergency access to your safe using a secure three-step process, and demonstrate the procedures required by all parties to request, approve or reject, and gain or revoke emergency access to a safe. What is emergency access? Emergency access enables you to designate and manage trusted emergency contacts. Confirmed emergency contacts may request access to your safe in the event of an emergency or other absence with a configurable level of permissions. How emergency access works. First, you invite a trusted colleague to become your emergency contact, for example, an immediate supervisor. The invitation is valid for 5 days, specifies the user access level, and requests their public encryption key. Your colleague accepts the invitation and Bravura Safe stores their public key. You confirm them as an accepted emergency contact. Your master password key is encrypted with your colleague's public key. An emergency happens and you are absent. Your colleague requests emergency access to your safe. When the specified wait time lapses or you manually approve the request, the public key encrypted master key is delivered to your colleague for decryption using their private key. Depending on your colleague's user access level, they will either get read access to view and use personal items in your safe, or be prompted to create a new master password to take over your safe with full read-write access. When to use emergency access. It is important to respect the privacy of your employees. As such, emergency access should only be used in emergency situations. Examples include extreme illness, injury, or death, severe business disruption while key resources are unavailable due to leave of absence or vacation. A user has left the company and was unable to take steps to share access to their safe before leaving. Who to invite as a trusted emergency contact. Typically, you will invite your manager and/or the person or persons who will cover for you when you are absent due to an emergency. You can invite multiple emergency contacts. There is no limit to the number of emergency contacts you can have. For this demonstration, Fred will invite Billy to be a trusted emergency contact with Takeover access. He will also invite Bonnie and Gary as emergency contacts with only view access. Fred has logged into Bravura Safe via the web interface. To invite emergency contacts, he will click the Profile menu, select Account Settings, select Emergency Access from the Account Settings menu, and then click Add Emergency Contact. Fred enters the contact's email address and chooses the desired user access level. Takeover will allow Billy to create a new master password for Fred's account, which will replace his previous master password, and provides read-write access to items in his safe. He also selects a wait time required before automatically granting access to his safe. You can approve or reject an emergency access request at any time before the configured wait time lapses. Fred will select 2 days. And then click Save to send the invitation to Billy. The invited contact appears listed under Fred's Trusted Emergency Contacts with an invited status card and access level, and Billy will receive an email invitation. Using similar steps, Fred also invites Bonnie. View access allows Bonnie to view and use all personal items in Fred's safe as read-only. Bonnie has been invited. Jumping ahead, Fred has also invited Gary to be a trusted emergency contact with view access. Let's go to Billy's view and check her email for the invitation. Billy clicks Become Emergency Contact. To accept the invitation, she logs in to her Bravura Safe account. If a contact does not have an account already, they can create a new account. I'll show you Billy and then do the same for Bonnie and Gary. Billy logs into her Bravura Safe account using her master password. She has accepted Fred's invitation, but must await Fred's confirmation before she can request access to his safe in an emergency. She will receive an email notification once she is confirmed by Fred. Let's have a look at Billy's emergency access page. We can see that she is designated as an accepted emergency contact for Fred. Now we'll go back to Fred's view and open his email. To see the email notifications received by Fred, which contain instructions to confirm or remove the contacts. Billy, Bonnie, and Gary have all accepted Fred's invitation. Let's head back to Fred's safe. After refreshing the page, the invited users should all appear with an accepted status card. To confirm an accepted emergency contact, Fred clicks the Options icon and selects Confirm. He verifies the displayed fingerprint phrase with the contact before completing confirmation to ensure the integrity of the encryption keys. Contacts can find their phrase in Bravura Safe via the Profile menu, Account Settings, My Account. He then clicks Confirm. Billy is confirmed, and now only her access level is displayed. Fred will now confirm Bonnie and Gary. All of Fred's trusted emergency contacts have now been confirmed. Next, we'll jump to Bonnie's view and have a look at her confirmation email. All confirmed emergency contacts will receive a confirmation email like this one. Next, let's say Fred has become severely ill and is unable to work. For this demonstration, so we can see the various scenarios, we will have all of Fred's emergency contacts request access to his safe, beginning with Billy. To request emergency access to another user's Bravura Safe account, Billy logs into Bravura Safe via the web interface and navigates to emergency access. In the Designated as Emergency Contact section, she locates the user whose safe she wishes to access, clicks on the corresponding Options icon, and selects Request Access. She reads the confirmation message, noting the wait time, and clicks Request Access. Fred's name now includes an Emergency Access Initiated status card. Bonnie and Gary will make the same request for access. The requesters will be provided access to Fred's safe after the configured wait time or when Fred manually approves their emergency access requests. Let's jump back to Fred's view. Fred receives an email for each emergency access request, which reminds him of the configured access level and approval wait time, as well as a reminder that he can manually approve or reject each request. If we go back to Fred's safe, he also sees here that emergency access has been initiated by all three of his emergency contacts. If he's able to, Fred can manually approve, reject, or remove emergency access requests before the configured wait time lapses and the requests are auto-approved. To do this, for the users with the Emergency Access Initiated status card, he clicks the Options icon and selects Approve. He reads the confirmation message and clicks Approve. Billy's status card now shows Emergency Access Approved, and she will receive a similar email message. Fred will also approve Bonnie's request for view access. For Gary's request, Fred will select Reject. Gary will remain listed in Fred's trusted emergency contacts until removed, but he will receive an Emergency Access Rejected email for this request. Let's jump over to Bonnie's view and open her email. Here is Bonnie's Emergency Access Approved message. Billy's looks the same. If we look at Gary's view and open his email, here is Gary's Emergency Access Rejected email. Only Billy and Bonnie can access Fred's safe. We'll start with Bonnie. To access a safe once her request has been approved, Bonnie logs into Bravura Safe and navigates to Emergency Access. In the Designated as Emergency Contact section, she clicks the Options icon for the user whose safe she wants to access. their status card must show Emergency Access Approved. She selects the option that corresponds with her assigned access. Only the assigned access option will appear. Bonnie was granted View Access. Selecting the View option immediately displays Fred's personal safe items from within Bonnie's Bravura Safe account. If she clicks on an item name link to view its details, we can see that because Bonnie has only View Access, most of the details are grayed out and cannot be edited. She can, however, copy the username, launch or copy the URL, and view or copy the password to access the account. Bonnie can return to her regular emergency access page by selecting it again from the Account Settings menu. Now we'll have Billy access Fred's safe. From her emergency access page, she will click on the Options icon for Fred. Billy was granted Takeover access. Selecting this option opens the Takeover dialog box, where Billy can enter and confirm a new master password for Fred's account. And then click Save. Billy can now log into Fred's Bravura Safe account. By opening a second instance, replacing her email address with Fred's, and entering the new master password. Note that Takeover Access disables any two-step login methods enabled for the account, so a second authentication method won't be required. Billy now has full access to Fred's safe. If she opens one of Fred's items, nothing is grayed out. She can perform all actions as if she was Fred. Once Fred has recovered and is back to work, he will need to regain access to his safe. Let's jump back to Fred's view. Regaining exclusive access to your safe depends on which user access level was granted. Trusted emergency contacts who are given Takeover access will have created a new master password for your account. As a result, the only way to revoke Takeover access involves getting the new master password, logging into your safe with it, and then changing your password to one they don't know. So first, Fred gets the new password from Billy. This can be done in a variety of ways. For example, Billy could provide the password to Fred in person, or send it using a secure share in Bravura Safe. Fred will log in using the Emergency Access Master Password. Then he clicks the Profile menu, selects Account Settings, selects Security, enters the current master password from Billy, enters and confirms his new master password, and then clicks Change Master Password. Fred can now log in as usual. Let's jump back to Billy's view. If Billy tries to log in again as Fred, she receives a password error. She no longer has any access to Fred's safe. Now back to Fred, and back to his emergency access page. As an added security measure, Fred can remove Billy's Emergency Access Approved status by rejecting Billy's emergency access request for this round. First, he clicks the Options icon. He then selects Reject. Billy will remain listed as an emergency contact for Fred, but will receive an Emergency Access Rejected email message, the same as Gary received earlier. She can submit a new access request when needed. Next, Fred revokes Bonnie's View Access. Trusted emergency contacts who are given View Access are able to view your safe items once they are approved and until their access is manually revoked. This is also done by rejecting their access. Again, from Emergency Access, click the Options icon and click Reject. Bonnie will also receive an Emergency Access Rejected email message. If I jump back to Bonnie's view, we can see that the Emergency Access Approved status card has been removed from Fred, and if she clicks on the Options icon, Bonnie can now only request access again. There is no longer a view option. She no longer has any access to Fred's safe. Fred now has exclusive access to his safe, as he had before he became ill. This concludes our demonstration of emergency access using Bravura Safe. Thanks for watching. Bravura Security offers a range of demonstration and training options. Click the links in the description below to watch more demo videos or to register for training. Visit our website to learn more.